everyone, welcome back to my channel Surviving Narcissism Together. I hope everyone is doing well today. Okay, so when a narcissist realizes that they no longer have the same power over you, instead of just accepting it and quietly moving on, they'll try to pull you right back into the cycle. And this tactic has a name. It's called hoovering, right? So just like a vacuum, it's designed to suck you back in. So today I'm going to be breaking down the three most common sort of hoovering techniques that narcissists use and why they use them. So let's get into it. The first hoovering attempt is where they say that they've changed. This is the narcissist comeback tour, right? It usually appears when they realize that you're healing or thriving or simply no longer responding. So what it sounds like is, I know I messed up, but I've been doing a lot of thinking. I'm going to therapy now. I know how much I hurt you, but I'm ready to be better, or I just needed time to grow. The real motive behind this is not self-awareness, it's the fear of losing a source of supply. They're not trying to change, they're trying to regain access, okay? Because if they truly changed, the apology wouldn't come with the pressure, with the guilt, or a timeline. It would come with consistent actions over months and not just a sudden emotional performance. So you need to recognize it for what it is. Why this tactic, I think, works on a lot of people is because survivors of narcissistic abuse are often empathetic, okay? They're forgiving and they're hopeful. And the narcissist knows this and will weaponize it. They will use these traits about survivors against them. Here's how to shut it down. A clean, firm response that ends the manipulation. I don't accept words without long-term actions. I'm moving forward. This conversation is over. Be very calm, direct, and have no emotional fuel for them to feed on. Another way is the crisis hoover. This one is sneaky because it plays directly on your empathy. When everything else fails, the narcissist manufactures a crisis or exaggerates one to get you to re-engage. So what it sounds like is, I'm sick, or I lost my job, or something terrible happened and you're the only person I could talk to. I really need you right now. Or my dog died. This time their dog didn't even die. Sometimes they'll use the most dramatic emotional breakdowns, family issues, even money problems, just to rope you back in. This is because their motive is to really gain emotional access, right? Again, not support, not for help, but just to get back that emotional access. Just your attention, your concern, your energy, because it feeds them. Why I think again it works? Because you're human. Alright? You care. You're not robots like them. You don't want to see people suffer. Even if they hurt you, you don't want to see them suffer. But I need you to remember that this crisis only appears after you pull away. It's not a coincidence, alright? It's strategy. Here's how to shut it down. A response that's going to protect your empathy without re-entering the cycle is, I'm sorry you're dealing with that, but I can't be involved. Please reach out to someone who can support you. This is going to show that you really don't want them, and you're not going to let them gain access again. And the nostalgia hoover. I think that this technique is all about emotion, not real emotion, but it's more manufactured nostalgia. When everything else fails, they try to remind you of good moments, the special bond, the fantasy version of the relationship, because they know they can stir or trigger old feelings. So it might be like, you remember our first date when we used to be happy. I miss the way you used to look at me. No one will ever love you the way I did. We had something rare. They want you to forget why you left. They want you to forget why you left them. Nostalgia it's like a smoke screen, right? It hides the pain, the chaos, the manipulation, and replaces it with moments that were often love bombing and not really real connection. Because the human brain remembers that emotional high more easily than emotional trauma, the narcissist really taps into that weakness. You have to kill that fantasy that they're trying to recreate. I'll always say, never respond. If you have to respond, then let it be very direct. Let them know that you're not on their nonsense and that you're strong and doing better without them. And then end it. Don't react. Guys, a narcissist hoovers because they believe that you're still emotionally available and still vulnerable and still attached, which you're none of these things. The moment you recognize the patterns, protect your peace, and shut down the manipulation, the cycle breaks. You don't have to argue, you don't even have to explain or defend yourself. You only have to choose yourself, okay? So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if it resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear it, okay? So I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.